is unprecedented. The work ethic that he shows, the leadership that he shows, by the example that he gives, in building and growing his company, it is second to none. And he's going to come out and he's going to do a training on the mindset. So that's what you're going to get to there, because that's 90 to 99% of success. Does that make sense? Yes. And I want you guys to stand to your feet. Welcome in.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You guys can have a seat. I know we've been here now for a few hours. I just want to say, I've been in 27 countries in the last 12 months, and you guys have brought the energy today. You brought the excitement. You brought the enthusiasm. So give yourself a round of applause. And I got no doubt in my mind after this event, you guys are going to truly take this thing to a whole nother level. So everything that David just talked about is information that I've been studying for years and years and years and years and years. And my results are a lot better than me, okay? My results are a lot better than me. I am not the most skilled person in this business. There's people in this room that are better speakers. There's people in this room that are better presenters. There's people in this room that definitely got better grades than me, growing up. But I can serve as an example to all of you that where you are right now, okay, the income level you're currently at, the confidence level you're currently at, the self-image you hold in your mind right now of yourself, wherever you are currently, it almost has nothing to do with where you can go. Okay, so who's committed, by a show of hands, who's committed, okay, to making 2018 the best year of your life, right? And if you're new, right, well, yeah, what, motivational speakers, and, I watch Joel Osteen on Sunday mornings, or, everyone talks about changing their life, and I used to be that person, right? I was cynical. Growing up, I thought people that set goals were smart people, right? The kids that were on the honor roll sheet or the distinguished honor roll sheet. Well, I never made distinguished honor roll. In high school, I made honor roll twice, but I thought goals were for quote-unquote smart people. But what I realized is that goals are for people going places, okay? And you guys should feel so blessed and so fortunate to have leadership like Dr. Spiller. One more time, give it up to Dr. Spiller. One more time. I was speaking with David back there. I said, hey, how much money was, Dr. Spiller earning a year or so ago? And David was like, $5-ish, $1,000 a month. And that's a lot of money. But to see where he was, and a year later, it's just a whole other level. So that's a perfect example of, hey, if it can happen for him, it can happen for you. David, when David got started in the industry, I've asked him to tell me his whole story. He struggled. Right? You see David now 14 years later, and it's like, Les Brown meets Tony Robbins meets, Swag a Million, right? Swag a Million with the plaid suit and everything, and the Rolls Royce and the Bentley. But you didn't see David, when he got started at 21. You see me and you hear people talk about me online and offline and Forbes and Rolling Stone and, 8 figures and all this kind of stuff. But you didn't see me do my first presentation in front of 10 people. And I was so nervous I had to chug 2 Bud Lights out of my dorm room refrigerator just to speak to 10 people, right? So I don't want you guys to see some people that have these amazing results and say, man, well, it's easy for Mr. Woods, or it's easy for David, or it's so natural, for other people that are having success. Okay, it's a growth. It's growth, right? It's growing. It's growing. And as long as you stay focused and you stay excited and you keep learning and you remain a student, for as long as it takes. David talked about until. I found myself now at 28 years old, actually having freedom, working even harder, than I did at 22 when I didn't have any freedom.
Wow.
Because, the why, we talked about the why, your why will change as you progress. Your why will change, and it will turn from just what you want to now helping other people, get across the finish line. So I'm going to turn this off because it's like crackling and stuff. I'm just going to lay this right here. I talk really loud, so y'all can hear me. We good?
Yeah.
So what I want to talk about today is I was sitting back there and I'm like, okay, I've been in this deal for 8 years. My first year in network marketing, I struggled. I didn't listen to anybody. I really didn't have mentors, right? And I struggled and I struggled and I struggled. So I was sitting back there and I'm like, hey, what can I tell this room of people today in Houston, Texas, that they actually can hear me say? They can think about it, they can digest it, and then they can go out there into the real world and apply it. And I think the biggest thing is that right now you have to just accept the fact that people in your city, people in surrounding areas all over Texas, and people all over the world are looking for something to get excited about. Can we agree with that? Yes or yes? Yes. Like people right now, 5 minutes from this hotel, are praying for an opportunity. Give me something, God. Give me something to provide more for my family. Give me something so I can upgrade my car. Give me something so I can pay off these student loan bills from, University of, Texas and Austin, right? People are looking for something. And all of you have that something, right? I compare that to, you and I being in, say, the middle of Ghana. Say we're all in Ghana and we're all starving. There's no food. There's no water. And all of a sudden, Dr. Spiller shows up and he has all the food and he has all the water. That's what it's like to be in iMarketsLive right now in Houston, Texas. Okay? Everybody is starving.
That's
and
good.
You have the food and water. And like
good.
David said, I can relate to what he said when people say, what's the secret? What's the secret? What's the secret? And I used to ask people that question. But, the secret is, it is talking to more people, right? The more people you talk to gives you a better chance of finding people that have a high level of desire that want to change their life. And you should feel calm and you should feel confident, all right, in numbers. You look at Major League Baseball, Houston Astros, right? Just got it done, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Guys, there's people on the team that strike out 7 out of 10 times. You know what that means? That means they're up to bat and they strike out, and then they come up again, they strike out again. They come up a third time and they strike out, a fourth time they strike out, a fifth time they strike out, a sixth time they strike out. They're coming up the 7th time and they strike out. And then they get a hit, get a hit, get a hit, you're a multimillionaire. In baseball. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So in this business, you should fall in love with people telling you no. Okay? You should go out there and try to get told no, 5 to 10 times a day or 5 to 10 times per week. So I had the fortunate blessing, okay, of growing up with parents, okay, that gave me the proper programming. Okay? And some of you showed up today, you're like, man, we're going to talk about Forex, we're going to talk about trading, we're going to talk about how to talk to people, we're going to talk about, how to prospect people, and then David just spoke for, an hour on spiritual sides of success. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of tangible things, right, how to call market and stuff in a second, but there's a reason why we spend so much time on the spiritual side of success. Because it's like 95% of the reason why you're going to be successful is in the spiritual side. And it's not just in network marketing. You can get on YouTube tonight and you can watch interviews of Denzel Washington, interviews of Jim Carrey, the famous actor, right? You can watch interviews of, top hip-hop people like Future. You can watch interviews with Floyd Mayweather. You can watch interviews with, the late, Ray Lewis that played for the Ravens, right? You can watch interviews of Kobe Bryant, and they talk about the mind. They talk, LeBron James, there's an interview of him saying he would sit in the locker room when he played for Miami and they won back-to-back titles with D-Wade. He would sit in the locker room before the game and he would visualize the entire game. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, world champions. So the stuff David just talked about, it's what winners do. It's not just winners in iMarketsLive. It's just winners in life in general. This is how they operate, right? Because they're, guess what? Laws. Say laws. Laws. They're laws. If you go outside tonight in Houston and shoot somebody, you break a law. You go to jail. You break a universal law, you don't get successful. We've been programmed, I talked about this last night, we've been programmed to think you have to be very smart to make a lot of money. We've also been programmed to think money is bad, right? Who has ever heard money is the root of all evil? By a show of hands. Money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all... Okay. That's stupid. Okay? Like, what does that even mean? Okay? The love of money, right, is the root of all evil. I was talking to a young guy last night at David's house. I'm like, who do you think donates money to church? Broke people or rich people? Rich people. Come on. Who donates money to, feed kids in Guatemala or build schools in Africa? Rich people or broke people? Rich people, right? It's impossible for me to feed my neighbor if my plate is empty. Right?
Yeah, come on, sir.
So what we've got to do is get filled up the right way. So number one, let's talk about programming. Now, again, I was very fortunate. The reason why I talk about this is because here's the deal. The mind, which I'm going to get to here in a second, okay? This is the mind, right? David talked about conscious and subconscious. Well, here's the deal. When we are a baby, our subconscious mind is completely open, okay? So whatever pours in to our mind, right? From media, radio, our parents, our grandparents, teachers, professors, coaches, the movies, whatever information gets sent into us, it then gets embedded into the subconscious mind. And when a child turns, 9 or 10, what happens is this sucker closes. And now these ideas and beliefs, the majority of things that you and I believe are not even our beliefs.
Wow.
Right? Why do we like the same food mom and dad like, right?
Right.
Why do a lot of us cheer for the same sports teams mom and dad cheer for, right? Because these have been embedded beliefs in our entire lives. David talked about Bob Proctor, okay? If you don't know who Bob Proctor is, you should. Okay, to sit down with Bob Proctor for 48 hours in a private training, he charges you $60,000.
My God.
And if you want to bring your wife or your husband with you, they're another $30,000, okay? I was lucky. I attracted him into my life at a very young age, and for about 7 years, it's still going on today, he has been a personal coach. So when I open up my mouth, it's not Alex Morton isms, okay? When I open up my mouth, I serve as a vessel to all of you today from people like Bob Proctor, from people like Tony Robbins, or people like, I did a thing with Les Brown back in the day in Las Vegas. So I've been taught and coached and trained by the biggest champions in this space, all right? And then in network marketing, I've studied the greatest of the greats of the greats of the greats of the greats, and that's why I've become good. I am not great yet, but I'm at least good getting there. So when I open up my mouth, you're going to be learning and hearing from people that can literally transform your lives, guys, overnight. So, proper programming, right? When I was little, I remember my mom would always say, hey, you can do whatever you want to do. Hey, you have to believe in yourself, You say the word dream to people in today's day and age, people look at you funny. Tell me about your dreams. People say, what? What do you mean, dreams? People don't talk about that kind of stuff anymore. So I believe that iMarketsLive allows you to do is that it allows you to dream again. And what we talk about, if you're going to dream, you might as well, guess what?
Dream big.
Dream big. Why not? Where did David and I go before we walked in here today? Went to the Rolls-Royce dealership. Why? Not to look at Rolls Royces. Why? David's got one. I just ordered one. So we weren't looking at Rolls Royces. David's like, I want you to see something. What? We walk in. Bugatti.
Yeah.
$2.1 million Bugatti.
Yeah.
We don't need a Bugatti. Honestly, I wouldn't drive it if I had it because I'd be scared I'm going to run into something. But when you're around wealth, when you're around luxury, okay, it does something to you. Okay,
yes.
So I'm gonna tell you what my mom and dad did to me and my little sister growing up. My sister's 24 years old. She made $130,000 last year in corporate America. She manages 55-year-old men, and she's a 5-foot tall, young lady in Las Vegas, Nevada, working at a timeshare program. So I'm sharing this stuff with you because this is the stuff that causes you to make a drastic change in your life. All right? We want you to transform today. So what we used to do growing up is we would get in the car, right? And my mom would drive us to the rich neighborhood, right? There were 3 levels where I lived in Columbus, Ohio. There was South, Central, and North. South, I guess less income houses were. Central was where I was, like middle of the road. And then North was like, the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, the CEO of Express, people that were multi-millionaires. And we used to drive to that part of the neighborhood, all right, on Sundays, and we would go into open houses.
Yep.
And my mom would say, I want you to look around. I want you to feel, what it would feel like to wake up in one of these homes one day. And she said, if you work hard in life, you can do whatever you want. So what happened was, it's not really about the house, but the mind was getting programmed with the right things. See, some of you have been screwed up so bad that you need to unlearn. Does that make sense? You need to unlearn some of your beliefs. Money is the root of all evil. No, it's not. Okay? How many of you ever heard money doesn't grow on trees? Money doesn't grow on trees. Well, money comes from paper. Where does paper come from?
A tree.
The tree. So money grows on trees. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Some of you just don't have that tree planted in your yard.
Come on,
yet,
sir.
But you're about to, right? Finish my sentence. All rich people are going to where?
Hell.
Why? Why are we all going to hell? That doesn't make much sense, right? Okay. In life, always make sure to play it
safe.
Play it safe. Okay. No risk, no what? No reward, right? We're not saying go, blow your whole account, but if you don't risk anything, right? It's going to be tough to get anything. When I joined this company 18 months ago, my own personal mentors called me insane. They said, you are joining a company that nobody respects. You are joining a company run by some crazy man. You are joining a company that's currently dying. You're insane. I said, I respect your opinion. You're wrong. You're about to see what's about to happen. So I risked certain things. What I did was a lot bigger risk than some of you just saying, you know what, I'm going to put an hour a day into learning a skill set. I'm going to stop caring about what other people think. Some of you don't call people about your opportunity and about becoming a customer here because you're scared how you're going to get looked at. Okay? Do we know Eric Worre? Who knows Eric Worre? Okay? Friend and mentor of mine. He said when you get started in the industry of network marketing, you have to take a small amount of time. You have to accept ignorance, right? You have to accept a loss of social esteem from ignorant people. One more time. When you get started in this industry, when you get started in this company, okay, you have to accept a temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people, right? I got friends that are lawyers. I got friends that are doctors. I got friends that do insurance and sell cars and sell other things, and it's network marketing. I'm like, duh. I'm like, yes. Guys, where can you go for $195? Get trained and coached by people like Mr. David Emaniti, right? Get trained and coached by people that have done it over and over and over and over and over again. And for $195, guys, you don't pay rent. Chris, you don't have to set up a back office, right? You don't have to go get licenses in all these countries. You pay $195 to learn a skill set. And if you want to build a business, all you got to do is go talk to people. Okay? I talk to everybody all the time. I prospect people all the time. Every hotel I walk into, I don't leave that hotel until I have 2 to 3 numbers. Why? Because they need an opportunity. Okay, the young lady making coffee out there, you think that's her dream to make you coffee.
Come on, sir.
It's not. And you not telling people about this, you're selfish. If it changed your life, why would you not go share it with other people, right? So again, I go all over the place because that's just, I'm ADD. I'm ADHD. You know what that stands for? A dude has dreams.
Hey! Come on, sir.
ADHD. Everyone's got. We're medicating people with ADHD. I'm like, what is that? They're just not thinking like you. Teacher. Sorry. All right. So proper programming. Number 1. Number 2. We're going to talk about goals. Okay. Successful people, they can't live without goals. David talked about the goal card. Bob Proctor 101.
Yeah.
I met with him in 2013. I said, I want to do better than I'm currently doing. He said, I want you to fall in love with the idea. I'm going to share that idea with you right now. He said, I want you to fall in love with the idea of turning your yearly income into your monthly income. Think about that for a second. Whatever you made in 2017, how would that feel to turn your yearly income into your monthly income?
Come on, sir.
David talked about it. If you don't see it, if you can't think it, you can't have it. What did Walt Disney say? Walt Disney said, if you can think it, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. These aren't just cute quotes you see on t-shirts. This is called life. Okay? And some of you need to just accept this stuff as truth because it is, and your whole life will change drastically, right? We have high school dropouts in this company at Chairman 100.
Right.
Okay? We have an ex-truck driver. His name's Kevin Jones. A Chairman 10, almost Chairman 25. I mean, I can show you. We have leaders. We have a young guy in Trinidad, okay, who could barely speak in front of 2 people. He got really good at trading. He has an entire organization of customers, and he's a Chairman 10. So you don't have to be, this elaborate, great, amazing, charismatic speaker like Dr. Spiller to make money here. No, all you have to do is be you and learn the blueprint. And today, you're getting that blueprint. So when we talk about goals, all right, there's 3 types of goals. A-type, B-type, and C-type. If you're taking notes, I love you. If you're not taking notes, I still love you. But I would suggest taking notes. A, B, and C. Okay? An A-type goal is something we know we can do. Some of you, when you make your goal card, you know you can do it. Okay? So if it's not forcing you to stretch, it's actually not even a goal.
Wow.
Okay? So number 1 is, no. So if Mr. Woods had a BMW 3 Series, and I went up to him, I said, hey man, what's your goal? He said, well, I want to get a new BMW 3 Series. He already knows how to do that. That makes sense?
Yeah.
He already knows how to do that, right? So we have to graduate from A-type, then we're going to go to B-type, all right? A B-type goal is something we think we can do. Okay? So that's like, you're looking at your organization, you got 3 legs. For the Spanish speakers in here, tres líneas en equipo, okay? And you're like, well, if Malcolm hits platinum 150, if Dar goes platinum 600, if I get a little bit of spillover, and then Sarah, puts in 6 customers, then I'm going to be platinum 2000. So you're road mapping your goal, meaning this is what you think, well, if I just work a little bit harder, I think I can become Platinum 2000 by Las Vegas Convention March 16th, which all of you got to be in Las Vegas. All right?
Yes.
So that's okay. This is where most of the big players, this is where they operate, right? My buddies that do direct sales and they sell, maybe they do insurance, or maybe they sell cars, or maybe they sell medical equipment. They're making $150,000, $200K a year. Amazing, awesome, incredible. They play and they live at the B-type goal. All right? C-type goal is where we want everybody to get to. This is where you talk about what you actually want. All right? And it's what you want. For you young people in here, it's what you want. Not what mom wants, not what dad wants, not what wifey or girlfriend wants. It's what you want. Okay? This is where the world changes. Think about the Wright brothers, the ones who built the plane. Okay? They had an idea to take steel, mold it, and then fly it in the sky like a bird. The true story, which happened in Ohio way back in the day in Youngstown, I think it was Youngstown, Ohio, they tried to send the Wright brothers to the insane asylum. Yeah, these two brothers, man, they're trying to build a flying bird. They lost their mind. Well, that was a C-type goal. That's why I get on a flight tomorrow, American Airlines. I walk on the plane. I sit down, I put headphones on, I go to bed for, 2 hours and 36-minute flight time. And then I land at Miami International. And I'm on a steel bird, and I'm breathing in a steel tube with 200 other people. Okay? How did that happen? C-type goal. Think about Steve Jobs. I'm going to build a phone that's so sexy, people are going to want to lick the buttons. Right? Oh yeah. He said this at a conference back. I'm going to build technology where you can click a button and you can be in Beijing, China, and you can talk to your homie in Los Angeles, California. Laughed at his own company. I think fired him.
Yeah.
All right? That's why you're FaceTiming right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So any great creation, any great invention, it all came from a seed-type goal. Okay? We're streaming this live right now, so I got to be careful. But at David Emanetier's weekly income level, okay, it wasn't really, he might have known he could do it, but he didn't know how. That's the secret.
Yeah.
You don't have to know how you're going to make it happen. You just have to know. 18 months ago, 100 chairman 10s, 100 chairman 10s. How are we going to do it? I don't know. How are we going to do it? I don't know. When I signed up in this company, I told Christopher Terry, I said, I'm not calling my existing organizations. What do you mean? I'm not doing it. Why? I don't want to deal with it. I don't want past excuses, past drama, past garbage getting dumped into your company.
Yeah.
Right? Well, who's going to join? I don't know. I have no idea, but they're going to join. And I said, when they come, they're going to come, and then they're going to get bigger, and you're going to have bigger people and bigger leaders, and more higher profile people will join your company than me. I guarantee you in our first 6 months, right? And then randomly, 2 months go by, Yvonne Toffee calls me on FaceTime, Facebook video, FaceTime. And honest to God, I didn't know who he was. Because he was Latino market, I was, millennial market. I don't know who the guy was, right? And then that led eventually to, David, that led to you guys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to know how it's going to happen. But like David said, you have to know what's going to happen. You have to see it, and you have to write it, and you have to speak it over and over and over and over again. So a seed-type goal, okay, is where you want to be. So you make sure when you write these goals down, guys, that it is truly what you want, right? I would suggest making vision boards. Well, what is that? Okay, it was interesting. I was in David's kitchen last night eating his wife's amazing gumbo.
Yes,
really good. Really good gumbo. Okay, and I saw pictures on the mantle in the kitchen. I think they were other homes.
Yes.
So they were. He has picture. He lives in a multi-million-dollar home, but then he has pictures of bigger and larger and more exquisite homes that he sees when he washes his hands in the kitchen. All he sees is his other home, right? So you're seeing it. And what you're doing is, guys, you are actually tricking your mind into saying, okay, I already have this. I have this. And then it's going to get manifested, right, into the physical, okay? So what I'm about to draw up here, all right, are we following? I know I talk fast, but are we following this?
Yes,
so far?
yes.
Okay.
Amazing.
So this is the mind, okay? So when I met Bob, this is what he drew out, okay? And I'm going to say the same thing he told me. He said, Alex, the people that got you to where you are, I was about $10,000 to $12,000 a month. He said, this may not sound totally right to you, but I'm just going to tell you the truth. You can do whatever you want with it. He said, the people that got you to where you are right now will not be the same people to take you where you want to go.
Yeah.
So you guys take that and say, I understand that, right? So it doesn't mean you don't love your current team and you don't care about your current team. I love all the leaders. I care about all the leaders. I talk to the chairman 25s and above weekly all the time. All the time. I love them dearly. But I also know that for us to go from $52 million in sales to $250 million a year in sales, we need more people. We need more leaders. We need hungrier people with even higher levels of desire. Same goes for you. Some of you are Platinum 150. Raise your hand if you're Platinum 150. And you're trying to go, yeah, we can pop it up, right? And you're trying to go Platinum 600. And you spend all your time talking to your existing team, trying to slap them on the butt and get them into motion, right? And motivate them. But instead, you can take more time and go prospect new people. Go talk to new people, okay? Because new people, strangers have everything that you want.
That's good.
Right? Strangers have the keys to your kingdom, right? And they say the cave you fear, you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek, right? So what does that mean? The cave that you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. That means the people that are going to come into your life and take you to where you want to go, you don't even know them yet. Okay? The mentality that I've been raised with in this industry is the #1 earner in iMarketsLive in the year 2030 is not yet in the business.
Right.
Right? They're out there somewhere. Why not you be the person to show them the plan? Why not you be the person to prospect them at the Galleria Mall, at Hugo Boss, right? Why not you be the person to prospect the waiter tonight when you go eat dinner, wherever, at Papacito's Cantina, right? Why not you be the person to expose the next Dr. Spiller, or the next Quinn, or the next Mr. Woods, or the next David Eminiti? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter where you are right now. You don't have to be this big-time earner to go prospect successful people. You don't have to do that. When Jason Brown picked up the phone, yeah, he wasn't making much money. But it wasn't that's not what sold me. It was his confidence. Mm-hmm. It was his belief. And you guys can have that exact same thing. So, again, this is the mind. All right? Now, this controls everything. Okay? And if I could put Bob Proctor right here, he would tell you that this diagram is the most important thing he's learned in his 83 years of life. Okay? And his company does hundreds of millions every single year. So this is your mind. Whether you want to believe me or not, mind doesn't care. All right? This is the mind. You have two parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Okay? This is your thinking mind. This is your emotional mind. Okay? This is where your heart is. Okay? Terrible heart. All right? But they say what? As a man thinketh in his heart, right, so is he. Right? So what does that mean? I'm going to break this whole thing down very, very fast. So this is the mind. Information flows into the mind. Okay? And we always talk about the word. We always talk about words. I actually learned this from David right here. Information. Okay? There's actually three words in this. You've got in, you've got form, and you've got ation. So ideas and beliefs of other people, CNN, Fox News, whoever, Donald, Hillary, Obama, Kanye, Beyonce, doesn't matter. It goes into the mind. All right? And then it, guess what? Forms. So the seed goes in, and then it starts to form, aka you're watering the seeds, whether it's positive or negative.
That's good.
Whether it's abundance or scarcity. Whether it's Chairman 10 or, oh crap, this is very, very difficult. Okay? So it forms, ation, right, means action. So ideas flow in your mind. Now, thankfully for us, God gave us the ability to accept or reject at the conscious level. If it gets down here, you're done. It's truth, it's fact, it's done. But up here, you can accept or reject. So when you hear ideas about scarcity and lack and trading is difficult and building is difficult and iMarketsLive this and network marketing that, you can actually be like, no. Like, I'm not accepting what you're telling me. No. Okay? That's why it's so important to I'm going to talk about this in a second. Personal development is so important, so you flood your mind with positivity. Okay? Now, ideas flow into the mind, and then what we want to do is we want to get them in the subconscious mind. Okay? Because the subconscious mind is the emotional mind. So what happens is, I'm going to go super fast here. Okay? What happens is ideas flow through the mind. The mind, what does the mind do? Well, it controls the body. The mind controls the body. What does the body do? The body causes you to take certain, guess what? Actions. And actions give you your what? Results. So a lot of people, they look at their result and they try to figure out what's going on, what's wrong. But what they need to do is they need to go back to their thoughts.
That's good.
Because the thoughts control the body controls the action will give you the result. So in 2011, in this industry, I made $13,000. I didn't understand why. I was working hard. People say, what's the secret? I love to say hard work, and it is hard work, but there's a lot more that comes with just the hard work. I'm like, I'm working hard, but I'm not getting the result. Okay? And then my mentor said, well, what about the things that you're thinking? Okay? That's causing you to take certain actions. Okay? Year 2, I made $116K.
Wow.
So what happened here, my thinking, I got exposed to something we call personal development. All right? Personal development. It's so important that we're hearing the right things. All right? It's so important that we're seeing the right things, aka reading I didn't read in high school. We had summer reading. Anyone ever have summer reading in high school? I never read summer reading. But when millionaires told me when I was a broke kid, yo, you should read. Why? Because every page you read is going to pay you $10. I said, I'm going to start reading.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, 8 years later, it's not just $10 a page. Okay? So read. You're making deposits into your future. You're depositing into your future bank accounts. So what happened was I started to read the right things. I started to read the right things. I started to see the right things. I started to speak the correct things. And I'm going to show you exactly why this all makes sense in terms of your results, right? When you're hearing the right things, okay? We talked about whatever you have in your heart, whatever you see in your heart is exactly what you're going to get. Yes or yes?
Yes.
All right? So here, the word here, right? If we drop a T on the end of that word, what do we have?
Heart.
So whatever we hear goes where? Into our heart. That's why you have to audit what you hear. What does that mean? That means don't hang out with negative people. What does that mean? That means you need to cut out some of the people in your life. Well, I love them. You can still love them, but you can't listen to them all the time. Right? I'm not trying to be rude in here in Houston, Texas, where I was born, but I can't be in the same room with somebody if their biggest dream in life is to make $36,000 a year and die. I can't do that. Right? Go to high school and get good what?
Grades.
Go to college, get more good what?
Grades.
Graduate and go get a job. Right? And work 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life for somebody else. Retire with your gold watch, go to Hawaii once with your wife, come back, watch TV, and guess what then? Die. If that's plan A, here's the new plan A.
I know that's right.
And I'm not downplaying other people's. I have people in my family, that's what they do. I love them dearly. But you have one life to live. There's no proof that we are like, could we come back? Maybe there is, I don't know about. I don't think it's proof that we do this again. Okay? Here, this is all we've got. So what do we talk about? You have to hear the right things. What does that mean? Turn your car into a mobile classroom. For you younger people, turn your car into a mobile classroom. You already have Bluetooth on, but you're listening to the new Drake and Kendrick albums, which are amazing. And JC, which is amazing. One of the things I love to do is I love to go to concerts. I love music. I listen to music 2 times a day. Number 1, when I'm working out.
Yep.
Second time I listen to music, I'm not going to talk about. Okay? But that's the only 2 times I do it. Alright? 2 times. Right? The second time is always reggaeton, right? So here's the deal. Here's the 2 times a day. Okay? Dar's my creative director, he puts on Indian music, you know? It's crazy. So here's the deal. Heart, right?
Heart.
Number 2. It's important that we see the right things. Through our eyes. Through our eyes. Right? You know why? What word do you see in the word eyes?
Yes.
Right there. So whatever you see is an automatic yes. That's why we went to go see the Bugatti today. Because it does something to the mind. Tomorrow's Sunday, right?
Yes.
Go to an open house.
That's right.
Go to David's neighborhood. It's got its own zip code. Okay? Go find an open house. Go walk in there. I live in Miami right now. I'm renting in Miami right now. Okay? So I don't even have enough money to buy what I want to buy in Miami right now. Because I want to live like next to LeBron and DJ Khaled. That's where I want to be. On Star Island. Exactly. I don't have $30 million. Okay? So I'm renting in Miami. So what do? I've only been there for a week. I have Ubered to these one of my mentors lives on Palm Island. In a $13 million home. I'm like, knock, knock, knock. Yo, Nick, when are you home? He actually wasn't home. He gets home tomorrow from Italy. He's the CEO of another network marketing company. I go to his house at least once a week. We go work out in the basement. He gives me mentorship because he's a little bit older. He's made $60 million. And I walk around his house as if it was mine.
Huh.
I use his bathroom. I touch the walls. I cook eggs.
Yeah. Come on, sir. That's it, Alex.
Why do I do that? Because that's a goal that I have. By 30, I want to own something, and that's already done, right? So that's what you need to do. You need to be seeing the right things. You need to be hearing the right things. So we don't have 18 hours to go into everything, but what I want to talk about now is building the business, because you just got completely filled up with David on the spiritual side of success, but I want you guys to have a couple things that you can do tangibly to go out there and build the business. So let's talk about a game plan. All right, everybody say game plan.
Game plan.
All right, I love sports. I played football and tennis growing up. I made it to like third single senior year in tennis. And I was 5'9" and slow, so they put me at center on the football team. And no college wanted to give me a scholarship, okay? So here's the deal. Game plan, all right? So leaving this room, you're like, man, I'm fired up. Man, I'm excited. Man, Dr. Spiller blew my face off today. Man, David just friggin' rocked my world. He just rocked my world. And you're like, what do I do, right? Here we go. So when you leave here, you can't say, I don't know what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do right now. And here's a little tip. Here's a little tip. When you put people in the business, they've been employees for years. They've been told when to show up to work, when to eat lunch, and when to go home their whole life. Just because you sign up on one of these freedom forms and you become an entrepreneur doesn't mean you're all of a sudden an entrepreneur.
Right.
So the people in your group, it's okay in a friendly manner to tell them, what to do.
Yeah.
Hey, every Sunday night, we go here and we trade. Every Tuesday night, we go here to get on iML TV. People need to be told what to do, at least in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's all they've ever been told what to do their whole life. So all of a sudden, you're going to count on them to become the bosses of their own life. Guys, I've been doing this for 8 years. David, 14 years. What did he say? We fail every day. We fail every single day, right? So here's the game plan. If I were you, this is what I would do. I would make it a habit. Okay, this is for only if you want to go chairman, right? Who wants to go chairman at Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's completely possible. We got almost 3 months. Less than 3 months, but 2.5 months.
77 days.
77 days. I love it. There you go. 77 days. 500 customers. Here's the quick start, fast start to go in chairman. I would make it, we call it a daily minimum. What's minimum mean? Now it means you could also do more than what I'm about to share with you. But on a daily minimum level, this is what I do. Okay? I talk to 3 to 5 new people. Right? I'm the executive vice president, but I build. David just talked about, I put a guy in the business. I think he hit Platinum 5,000 already. So I build. Right? I do what you do. I get paid on sales. So I bust it 24/7, just like you guys, right? 3 to 5 new people per day. Some of that can come in the form of social media. So we got what? Facebook. We got Instagram.
Twitter.
I
Snapchat.
got Snapchat. Cool. Right? That also can come in. So this is online. And then you got offline. I mean, some people say, well, I build everything online. Everything's on the computer. Okay. Other people, I do everything offline. Well, I used to be completely offline guy and just make videos because I just love making videos and, it just turned into a thing. But I know now I teach people, hey, you got to do both.
Yes.
Ivan Tapia called me it was online, right? It was online. Our Costa Rica team that's got like 3,000 people now, the 2 leaders, that was on Facebook, which is online, right? And I've also sponsored people offline. So you got to do both. So 3 to 5 new people daily, either offline or online. Now online, there's a million things you can do. We have amazing tools. WhatisIML.com, IMLpresentation.com. We have teaser. We have so many tools for you to use to build online. Well, offline, all right, it might be a little bit more difficult because it's like a physical person-to-person thing. Okay, so I'm going to teach you my cold market strategy. Okay, that I used in 2013, and I'm still using it in 2018, and I'll be teaching it in 2035. Okay, the secrets of offline, okay, is you got to develop people skills. You have to be likable.
Yes.
I recorded everything that came out of his mouth, and I'm going to repeat it next weekend in Trinidad in front of 2,000 people with Gary, because it's the truth. Who are you attracting? Right? And it may come off, man, this guy's tearing me up right now. He's doing it out of love because he wants to see you win.
Right.
Right? He doesn't want to be the only person in Houston with a Rolls Royce.
Come
right?
on, sir.
He wants buddies, right? So offline, you got to make other people feel good and special. You have to master the art of making other people feel good. If you talk to me for 5 minutes, I will make you believe in you.
Yes, you will.
Right? All the time. That's what you have to do with other people. So let's just take an example. It could be in Nordstrom, it could be at Raw Sushi, and you want to talk to the gentleman who is either selling you clothes or bringing you your bill. Right? So if I'm talking to anybody, number one, step one. Right? Step one. Give them a compliment. Hey man, you have amazing sales skills. Hey man, I love your shirt. Man, girl, those shoes are so nice. What happens when you give somebody a compliment? What do?
Open up.
Smile. And they light up like a Christmas tree. Illumination, right? It's like a guy talking to a girl. You guys know, you know what I'm talking about? You know, they want. What do girls want to do? They want to talk about who? Themselves. So if you hit up some girl at the bar or online, all you do is give them your resume and how special and great you are. She's like, you're an idiot. Next. But if you ask right questions and you get girls talking about themselves, they're going to be more interested in what you have to say, right? So the same thing with prospecting. Get people talking about themselves, right? If you talk to anybody, I don't care what country you're in. We teach this in Mexico. We teach this in Ecuador. We teach this in Austria. I was in Slovenia. Don't go there. Alright? Just kidding. Facebook Live. I love Slovenia. It's just cold in Slovenia. I thought Dracula was going to pop out of the, something and get me. But God, family, occupation, recreation, aka what they do for fun, and what motivates them. So, real life example. I love sushi. So, whenever I'm hungry, sometimes I'm just like, okay, sushi near me, and then we take an Uber and we go eat sushi, right? So, I'm sitting there. Sarah's my waitress. Sarah has a bubbly personality. Sarah is a very lively individual. I'm like, Sarah would do great in our business. I want to talk to Sarah. Sarah brings the bill. Step one, you're always in a hurry. Hey, Sarah, I got to run. Hey, Sarah, I got to meet my mom. Hey, Sarah, the Uber's outside. Hey, Sarah, I got to go play soccer. Make up something. Okay? Be in a hurry. If you're not in a hurry, tell them you're in a hurry anyway. People respect people without a lot of time.
Come on.
Hey, Sarah, I got to run into this Uber. However, I got a quick question. It's $1 million question for you guys to ask people. Okay? I got a question, Sarah. Do you enjoy working here? Or do you do it just to pay the bills? What's she going to say most of the time? Pay the bills. Question 2. What are you passionate about? Nobody asks Sarah what she's passionate about. Because people don't ask questions anymore. Because they're either like this on their damn phone, right? And people just don't care about people anymore. It's unbelievable. I'm in an elevator in New York City, and I'm like, hey, how are you? And people act like you're asking them for, $10 million. Like, I can't, this guy's talking to me right now, and something is wrong with you, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
being friendly to people, right? It's crazy. It's a crazy world, right? So, Sarah, hey, I gotta get in this Uber right now. However, do you love working here, or you do it just to pay the bills? Well, I'm going to school. I'm paying my way through school. Okay, awesome. I got a question. Hey, what are you passionate about? Well, I love playing piano. I love dance. I love basketball. I'm building my social media app. Whatever she says, you're now immediately interested. Wow. Wow, bowling? I've always wanted to become a great bowler, right? Oh, dance? I love dance. Wow. So you're green, right? Wow, that's amazing. Hey, third question time. If I could show you a way to make enough money part-time to quit Raw Sushi, to quit Nordstrom, to quit Auntie Anne's Pretzel Factory, to quit whatever you want to quit, if I could show you a way to make enough money part-time to walk away from Auntie Anne's Pretzels, would you take a look at something? What's she going to say most of the time? Yeah. Because she doesn't want to keep serving you caterpillar rolls at the sushi bar, right? And then it's simple. You get the name. You get the number. What I used to do, now I just get them on Facebook so they can't run away. I take their phone and I text myself. So now I have her number or his number. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And then you do the whole follow-up process. Okay? If I was going to pay you $1,000 cash, and you had to go out there before 8 p.m. and do what I just told you to do and extract a name and number from a human being in Houston, how many of you would find a way to do that for $1,000 cash? Okay. So my next question to you is, why don't you do that?
Come on, sir.
You hear $1,000, you get all excited. Well, there's $50K back there.
Huh.
Right? So just act as if you're getting the money right now. So here we go. Again, game plan. Boom. 3 to 5 new people daily. Okay? Daily. All right? And this is the networking side. We already did the trading in the customers, iML Academy, iML TV. We got that down. Hey, my specialty is building teams and leaders and just breaking compensation plans. Okay? So here we go. 3 to 5 new people. 3 to 5 new people daily. Number 2. Presentations. All right? Some people in this industry are part-time. Okay? Some are full-time. Some are sometime. Some are no time. Right? Some of you think you're full-time because you don't have a job. We asked people, like last night, oh, I'm full-time. Full-time. Well, okay, just because you don't have a job doesn't mean you're full-time. Okay? Full-time, you're definitely doing this every single day. In presentations, I don't know. Okay? Dexter Yeager. Do we know who he is?
Yes.
He's made $150 million in network marketing. He's the #1 earner in a company called Amway. Some of you say that's still here? Yeah. $8 billion a year here. Okay? $8 billion a year here. And when you want to open another country, you have to start over again. So you have imagine in IML, you built US, you sign up one person in Trinidad, you have to go re-sign up at the bottom of another deal to go open up Trinidad. That's what that company is, $8 billion a year. He said 4 to 5 nights a week.
Wow.
So what does that mean? That means 4 to 5 nights a week. Well, Alex, I'm super busy. I've got kids. I've got a husband. My husband takes up a lot of time, right? My girlfriend takes up double, triple, extra overtime, right? I'm a student. I'm a student. I'm a singer. I'm a rapper. I make video. Whatever your excuse is, you can keep it to yourself. I'm just being honest with you tonight, right? If you want to take my advice, you don't have to. I have to at least give you the truth, okay? He says 4 to 5 nights a week. I heard that at 22. What did I immediately do? Well, I did presentations 4 to 5 nights a week, every week. Mm-hmm. I can think about my birthday when I turned 23, 24, 25. I was doing presentations at 7 p.m. Then I would go celebrate and have fun with my friends, right?
That's it.
Some of you party as if you're a multimillionaire.
Come on, sir.
I don't understand that. I used to do that. That's why I can say it and not be offensive. What are you celebrating? You're celebrating the fact that mom goes to work Monday. I don't understand that, right? You should want to retire mom. That was my biggest thing. I was like, I want to get to a point where at least if my mom and dad can just be cool financially for the rest of their life, at least I'm doing my part as a kid, right? Yeah. I'm just being real. So, presentation, 4 to 5 nights a week. Say you get up and you go to work, corporate America. You're there, what is it, 9 to 5? Some of you it's 8 to 6. Awesome. You leave the office, you have a 7:30 presentation. You can do that. Eat on the way. I'm just being honest with you. If you want to hit Chairman 10, you have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
I had a mentor come in my house when I was 24 years old in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I said I want to get to 7 figures a year. I was at multiple 6, and I'm like, what do I do? I want to 7 figures. He said, great. You have a TV. He literally walked in my house. He unplugged my cord to the TV. He turned. Imagine this is the flat screen. He turned the TV around at the wall, and he said, stop watching TV. So it's little things. It's little things. It's 10 pages every morning. It's 10 pages at night, right? It's doing the little things will add up to the big things. So boom, 3 to 5 new people a day. Boom, 4 to 5 nights a week presentations. Number 3, what are you doing? You are showing up to product trainings, right? When Dr. Spiller and Teresa Spiller do things with Forex, show up. Show up with the notebook. Show up with the pen, right? Be present. Be excited about that, right? And then number four, you're promoting events. What's the big event coming up?
Vegas.
Vegas. How many of you have actually bought your 147, 197 ticket to Vegas? It's okay if you haven't, but okay. Let me share some information with you. We have coach buses already booked from Detroit that are going to drive 25 hours to Vegas. It may not be officially booked, but we talked yesterday, we're booking that, right?
That's what's up.
We have people booked tickets, plane tickets, from Sydney, Australia, Quito, Ecuador, Bogota, Colombia. We have teams in Costa Rica that cannot legally come here. So they're actually applying for something called a visa so they can physically get their butts to Vegas.
See?
You live in Houston. You have something called Southwest Airlines.
Come on, $59.
Or Spirit. What's the other one like Spirit?
JetBlue.
Allegiant.
Allegiant.
I've flown Spirit before. It's not
Okay.
that bad.
Thank you.
All right? It can get pretty bad, but it's not that bad. I did it. Okay? You sit there. It's $60. You pay $2 for water, $1 for pretzels, $10 for air, right? And then you get to Vegas. Okay? So my point is, if you're serious, and at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, you're serious, book it. Why not?
Yeah.
If I told you there was $100,000 waiting for you at Rio, Las Vegas, would you go get it?
Yep.
If you had to walk, you would get there.
Come on, sir.
But some of you, well, I got plans. Cancel your plans.
Shoot.
I just don't understand sometimes. It's easy to say we're going Chairman 10. We want it, David. Oh man, we want it so bad. But then we talk about going to Vegas, guys. You could go get a room at the Link Hotel for what? $30 a night. Hotel Tonight app. Download it right now. It's for free. You can any city you go to in the country, you get like wholesale 65% off hotel rooms. Vegas is not expensive. Rio is not expensive. Just to be honest with you. Okay, there's a reason we made it at Rio and not Caesar's Palace. Why we want everybody to attend this event. Okay, so book Vegas. Right? Figure out the airfare. Road trip. It's fun. Road trip. Right? 2012, when I got involved in the industry, my first convention. I showed up, I think I was at like $4,000 a month. Okay, we spent every last dime to get our team to Las Vegas. We had literally 12 people sleeping in a room. 2 double beds. Man, we had people in the bathtub. I mean, for real.
Come on, sir.
Right? But it didn't matter because
right.
people's dreams were bigger than sleeping on the floor for a couple nights.
That's right.
In Las Vegas, right? So my advice to you, right? Because it's easy to get on Instagram and idolize people like Kevin Hart or idolize people like Big Sean. If you actually looked into these people's stories, you know how many producers told Kevin Hart he would never become a famous actor? Like, bro, you're tiny, you're not funny. No, never gonna make it happen. Well, he never listened to those people. He kept on, right? It is what it is. I think Beyonce at one point was living in like a 1-bedroom house in Houston before Destiny's Child popped off. They were getting laughed at by record companies.
Yep.
So you have to understand music, movies, athletes, you have to go through tests. You have to go through tests so one day you can share, guess what? Your testimony, right? Sounds cliche and it sounds so nice, but this is just the God honest truth. We can line up every chairman in this company. They went through hell to get to where they are. So if you're not willing to do it, God bless you and your family. Go live like everybody else. That's cool. But there's 8 billion people on earth. Go find some people that have big goals, big dreams, and big desires, guys. So that's really the game plan. It's pretty simple. Go talk to more people. You do presentations. You show up. You promote events. And the last thing I'm going to say here, all right, is when you look at your organization, okay? People always say, how many people do I need to enroll? How many people do I need to enroll? Okay? It's hard to give you a specific number. There's a young guy in Dallas. His name's Andrew Morris. He was at the event 2 nights ago. He sponsored 32 new people in December. Seriously.
Wow.
32 new people in December. It's a lot of people, right? Okay? You have 3 legs. Trace Lenius, right? My advice is you want to sponsor 10 to 12. 10 to 12. 10 to 12. Okay? Out of these 10 to 12 in each line, you're going to have, 7 to 8 are just going to become customers, right? Use the products, love the products, sign up 2 and free, maybe become proficient traders, awesome. Okay? You're then going to have 3 to 4 are going to incubate. They're gonna sit there. That's okay. They're going to sign up. They're going to sit there. They're going to show up when a leader comes into town, right? They may trade a little bit, but they're not going to take much action. You still love them. You care about them. Amazing, right? Then you're going to have 3 to 4 people that say BIB. They're going to tell you, hey, man, I want to build it big. I'm going 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 to talk to 5 people a day. I'm doing presentations at Usi-tech, Texas. I'm going to go call my cousin in Dallas. I'm going to build it big. Out of these 3 to 4, you will find one superstar. You will find one Dr. Spiller. You will find one Mr. Woods, right? You will find one Gary McSwain, okay? So out of those 10 to 12, you'll find one superstar in each of your legs. You help them grow, and they grow, and they grow, and they grow. And by default, guess what? You're going to grow. So I'll make it a goal, right, in the next 90 days. Maybe some of you want to get it done faster. Go find 10 to 12 in each line, right? And see who has the desire. I like the word guts. Who has the guts to go out and build this thing, all right? So the last thing, and this is done, I promise, okay? Here's the deal. You have to respect the fact that you are in a company right now. And some of you, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. And some of you you're going to hear what I'm about to tell you. Okay? You are in a company, right? I don't know everything. I am definitely not the best. I pride myself in being one of the biggest students in the whole industry. All I want to do is learn and get better. Okay? However, you are in a company called iMarketsLive. Started in 2013. Didn't really do much for a while. Went up, it went a little bit down. 18 months ago, the tidal wave started to happen. In 2017, okay, we went from, 1,200 customers. I believe like actual numbers is like 48,000 right now. Okay? 48,000. So that would be a pretty decent increase, right? One chairman. I don't even know the count right now because they keep just popping up.
Yeah.
I want to say 74 chairmen. 74. So 1 to 74, and these are not all in one continent. These are spread out globally, okay? But what you're about to see, whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you care or not, is you're about to see a company literally go from 48,000 customers this year to 250,000 customers. Okay?
Wow.
I will come back here in a year. I'll be back here a lot. I'll be here 10 times this year. However, I will be standing here again in a year in a much larger room, and we will be talking about what we talked about today. I am telling you what this company is doing for people all over the planet. It is now undeniable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, nobody can say it doesn't work. Nobody can say it isn't real. Nobody can say it isn't legal. We don't take investments. We don't control your money. We don't make money on the broker fees. Okay? We have a 55% customer rule. Meaning, if you don't have that, you don't get paid.
Right.
Nobody has that. The FTC mandated compensation plan for my former company, it's 51%. We have 55%. That means this is more conservative than a government-run comp plan.
Right.
Okay? We're open all over the world. Todo el mundo. They got Wi-Fi, they can play ball. Okay? You have owners who are coachable. You have owners with big hearts. Christopher Terry is the most brilliant man probably ever met. If not one, he's probably 2 or 3. All right? You have leaders in your market. You have the top leaders in the company in your market, right? Chairman 250 right now is the highest level in the company. Well, you just heard from him. He's physically here. You can touch him. That makes sense?
Yes.
Teams in Nigeria can't touch him unless he flies there. Teams in South Africa can't touch him unless David flies there, right? Our teams in Guerrero, Mexico cannot touch him unless he flies there. He lives here. You have no excuse.
Come on, sir.
Right? So let's see. The products are the same for everybody, yes or yes?
Yes.
Okay? Everybody has the same ability to build globally, yes or yes?
Yes.
Everybody has the same compensation plan, yes or yes?
Yes.
Okay? So the only variable is person in the mirror. Right? That's it. And it's up to you. It really is. It's all up to you. I promise you, if you take the next 12 months serious and you dial in and you lock in, like I love Diddy. I love watching Diddy on Instagram.
Me too.
He gets me so fired up.
Yes.
And he talks about locking in. I have close friends that were at his New Year's Eve party, and they've spent time in Diddy's home, and they told me that this man walks in rooms in his house, and he literally goes on these massive tangents, and he's like, if you're not focused, if you're not working hard, if you're not making yourself or me money, he's like, get out of my house.
That's it.
Right? So that mentality, it's a little bit aggressive, but I love it, right? You got to go home and you got to be your biggest cheerleader. You got to be your biggest self-promoter. Hey man, I am the greatest. Hey man, I am a champion. Hey man, I have everything that I desire. I have everything that I want, right? And you have to pump up yourself, and you have to see yourself, right, already at Chairman 10. You have to have a self-image, because remember, the way you see yourself is the way the world sees you.
That's it. That's
so
it.
if you see yourself, it's not where you are, it's where you want to be. Right? Where I am right now, it's great, but it's also disgusting at the same time, because I'm so focused on where we're going to be in 2022, right? That's the same mentality you've got to have. It doesn't matter how it's going to happen, but you just have to know that it's going to happen. So guys, I appreciate all your time. I want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I truly believe, right now Florida's #1. I truly believe that with the people in this room, all the Platinum 1000s, all the chairmen in this room, I believe that Texas can get to the #1 market in all of the United States of America. Why not the whole world? So give yourself a round of applause. And help me welcome back up to the front, Chairman 50, Dr. Spill. That's what I'm talking about.
When you have Alex, who travels all around the country,
Yes.
to actually pause and stop and says, hey, I want to come to Houston and celebrate with you guys in Houston, I think that's a big thing. I think what that says about us is that we're doing something that's worthy of the company's attention, and I think we're just getting started. Yeah. I think we're just getting
That's
started.
it. That's it. That's it.
And so we're pleased that our Executive Vice President, Mr. Alex Martin, will travel. The one thing we want to do, how many of y'all want him to come back to Houston? So to get him back, we want to have about 1,000 people in the room.
That's it. That's it.
1,000 people in the room.
We can do that.
And I mean easy.
Yeah.
I mean easy. But that means we need leadership to step up with us to make that happen.
That's it. That's it.
But to have 1,000 people in the room, we have somebody like Alex Martin come with 1,000 people in the room minimum, then what that means is that your business has exploded.
Absolutely.
That means that you took the information we put on the board here and you actually implemented and put it into practice. Right. So let's again give a hand to our Executive Vice President. So, okay, he's going to go back. We want to do one thing before we let y'all go. Take a seat. Take a seat real quick. One thing before we let y'all go. I know y'all want to take pictures with Alex. At least I would if I was you. Alex,
Yeah, I ain't going anywhere. All right.
I just learned that yesterday. I was like, let's take a selfie. It's like,